We just left the site of where that man was reported missing and headed to the site of the most recent reported appearance. Note to self, this could be completely unrelated, the sighting and this disappearance, but at the same time, because they are so far apart, but at the same time, I don't know. It's still an awfully big coincidence. So we'll see what we find once we get out there. This gate was supposed to be locked. That's what I was told anyways. They said they shut the gate after the second reported sightings back here. I don't know why it's open. Alright, we are out to the first site, the first general area, where approximately between 3 and 4 days ago, there was a reported sighting, multiple sightings, of a odd man in this area with a white face, wearing a suit, standing about 8 to 9 feet tall. Now, if you guys are familiar with any type of lore online, creepypastas, anything with online horror at all, you'll instantly recognize that as Slender Man. And it makes it interesting because we hear about these sightings pop up every now and then. You know, mostly it's just, kids who've seen it. Just they play the game, they're scared, they think the weird trash bag attached to a tree is Slender Man. But what makes this different is both these reported sightings have been by middle to elderly aged people. First sighting was reported by a man walking his dog down the road that I just came about 6 p.m. at night. He saw in the forest, he felt somebody watching him, he said, saw in the forest a white-faced man peering at him through the trees, although I think, his words, I think he was peering at me because he did not have any eyes. Another one was an older lady coming out here to sit farther down that way by the river. She said she saw across the shore, once again, a very tall, pale-faced man staring at her. When she'd look away, the man would change locations. She had a very bad feeling and she left. Since it's been a couple people who usually don't fit, who typically see Slender Man, it gives some merit to their sightings. I hate to say that, I hate to doubt people who said they've seen things, but cry wolf enough times. I'm looking for any type of evidence, hoping to catch a sighting myself of Slender Man on camera out here. But it's much earlier in the day than these guys have reported seeing them. What's this? Found something on the table. Guides bar. Seems to be an empty multi-tool pouch. Let's take a walk and trace these steps. Now, unfortunately, I do not have the exact location of either of these sightings, only the general direction. One was here, right as he passed with that fork in the road, heading east this way. That's when he saw Slender Man in, I believe, the trees on the west side of the road. Or is that the north? I don't know. I'm bad with directions. I'll be straight up. I make a terrible investigator. I'm bad with directions. Fascinating. There is a dead snake on the ground. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything, but might as well make a note of it. Also, these calls were made both to non-emergency numbers, the non-emergency police number. So they obviously didn't feel too threatened. They just found it unusual, which makes me wonder if those two people reported it. Has anybody else been out here that has not reported it? Could there have been more sightings? More importantly, could these appearances have something to do with the man that went missing? I'm not 100% on this, but I think this is where the lady was sitting. This seems similar to the area the lady was sitting with her dog. Or no, she didn't have the dog, the guy had the dog. The lady was sitting by the water, so that would have put a Slender Man sighting over there, over on that side of the river. Well, there's not much evidence out here. There's not much stuff that we have to go off of, really. Actually, none at all. I think it might be a wiser idea for me to come back towards nighttime, or at least the time, 6-ish p.m. when the people, well, that is pretty much nighttime now at this time of year, the people saw what they think is Slender Man show up. So, because I don't see anything right now, but we will see. So I am going to head back, or actually head out, do a few things, grab a cup of coffee, see if I can find any more reports, and come back here in a few hours. Back out here again, approximately about another 8 mile down the river, slightly different spot, same area. It's cold out. So facing down the river, past those trees, is where I was earlier. little bit past that, so not I guess not quite an eighth of a mile, but yeah, about 300-400 yards past that was where the old lady saw the supposed entity in the forests right around that bend. Tonight, I'm not seeing anything. Okay, wind noise is picking up. And I'm freezing. I should have brought something heavier than a coat. We're gonna check a couple trees in the area for signs of a ritual. You can't, because supposedly, according to lore, the only way that you can invoke Slender Man is from a ritual. But with the most sightings being in this area, I assume that if a Slender Man ritual was to take place, it would be somewhere around here. Just due to the fact of how many sightings there have been. It's like deathly quiet out here. Like deathly quiet. It's just the wind. Yeah, I see nothing. I see no signs of a Slender Man ritual. I see no signs of any sort of entity. Tonight is a full moon. You can't see it. I don't know if that makes any difference though. Okay. Well, guess that's it for tonight. We'll resume later.